All right. Our third topic is our quarter one recap. So this is just in the sense of video game wise, I guess, just what we've been personally doing. This isn't the games that have come out, just what we
What
have
have
been
we been
playing
doing
personally.
recently? Yeah.
And yeah, I wrote down a few things like I've been playing LA Noir, which is a new series that'll be coming out pretty soon, and just a little bit after your game that you've been playing this this last month.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean
Which
that's
should be hitting the channel soon, hopefully.
very soon.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, I think by the end of this video, by when this topic is posted, it'll probably be out.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's 3 weeks.
Yeah,
You don't think
that's
you're
the
gonna be?
goal. I know.
I was
I
like,
know.
that's 3 weeks from now. But yeah, so yeah, I've been playing a little bit. LA Noir. Love that game, and Rockstar took very nice care of it, and like they always do. And I've been playing on Xbox One, and so I get to see the Elgato dumbs games down when it's being like. So I have a 4K TV, but it doesn't mean anything. Like when the Elgato's plugged in, it dumbs it to 1080. But the cool thing is when it's at 1080 and on the Xbox One X, it runs 60 frames a second. And oh boy, looking nice.
Oh, I bet.
I will tell you, there's some parts like the face stuff. They didn't really change that because like that would take a long time. That's full on facial animation at its finest. I've never seen it in any other game as perfectly done as how they do it. Sure, it looks a little bit dated because it just looks like they took the 360 version and they threw it over. They probably touched it up a little bit, but it looks. You can't really do anything with it because
they have to redo all of it. But they're not going to do the resources for that.
And the thing is like that game is so based on looking at somebody and telling if they're a liar. And then so yeah, if they messed it up, it would have made real big deal.
You're basically playing a different game almost.
But the game does look great. You can definitely tell there are times where they're like, if there are people in a distance, they'll slow them down. Like in frame rate, they'll look a little bit choppier. But then the closer you get to them, the more fluid they start to get. And I think that's to make it so that the resolution looks great, and then the frame rate is also upscaled. But yeah, I've been playing some LA Noir. How many games do you have written down, or you planning on saying 3?
I can just
three
chat
games?
about what I've been playing.
Yeah. I mean, what are you like 3 different topics? Because I have
sure, that's fine.
Okay.
No, I just kind of was taking the time to just talk about whatever.
Yeah. I guess I'll just say one more game because I mentioned it before, so I tossed it out there. I've been also playing Disney Adventure, which again I just talked about in the last topic, but I really like it as well, and that is coming soon. So stay tuned for that because I got some big plans for it. So.
I won't say anything.
Yeah. It's oh man, I can't wait. I hope it turns out really good. But anyway, what do you got?
So recently, as Brian was mentioning earlier, right now I've been playing through Shadow of the Colossus. I'm really enjoying it. There are
on the PS4.
The PS4,
the remake.
Yeah, the Blue Point
remake. Man, tying it all back together.
Yeah, look at that. Look at us. It's like we know what we're doing now.
Yeah, we don't need Riley.
The game is gorgeous. There are probably going to be things that I might, like I said, I'm recording it. We finally got a capture card for me, so I'm recording it. Hopefully we'll get it. Hopefully we will have some of it posted before this comes out. That's the goal.
Yeah.
And the game is gorgeous. I mean, sure, it's kind of a big, empty world, to be honest.
It's what it was. So.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it wasn't expecting human beings walking around now,
but like I'm traversing from like from the central structure out to the colossi, and there's just always something that I'm looking at, and just like I want to stop and look at it. There's one point where I do actually stop and look, but everything else is like, nope, I just gotta go. Like I'm looking and it's just like this beautiful cliff face, or there's this gorgeous waterfall. There's this one like there's this one spot where it's like this Niagara Falls style waterfall. It's just massive, and I actually stop and look at it, and you can hear me, and I'm just like, I'm just drooling all over.
One thing that I really like is through your gameplays, you named each episode after the colossi you're fighting.
Yeah,
I'm really excited to see like all the names that you have.
Yeah, and apparently I guess I missed one too. Like
you missed a Colossus? Or
no, I missed the naming one.
Oh, okay.
So, because there were some that like kind of look similar, so There's one that there's like a couple that look like snakes, and I don't know if they're like placeholders or if they're like actually snakes, because they have like, so inside the temple there's like, they almost look like tiki style statues. They're
Mhm.
massive, but they're like in this like compressed, almost Funko Pop style
Hmm.
statue of each one, so you can't really tell what they look like.
Oh yeah, in the beginning of the
Yeah,
game. Okay, yeah, yeah,
yeah. And so I just kind of run by all of them, and I just give them a quick name, just going off by first impressions. And some of them I name are nothing at all
Of what
like
they
what
look
they look
like.
like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I go with it.
Yeah, yeah,
But there's a couple that like look like they're snakes, and so since they look similar, I figured, oh, these probably aren't colossi. They're probably just like a placeholder spot,
yeah.
because
Hmm.
there are some I think that already had like a couple like already crumbled like colossi in them,
Oh, okay.
if I remember right off the top of my head. And so I just kind of, and apparently I just kind of passed on one, but it was an actual like boss. So like I'm like, oh, that's a colossi that I didn't name. So I just name right there.
Oh, okay, okay.
And yeah, there's a few things in that game that frustrate me that by now you will know. It's the horse mechanics are
Oh, from the very beginning you were irritated
atrocious.
with it.
Oh, every time I'm on the horse,
Aggro.
every time
That's
I'm
why his name's Aggro.
on the horse, every time I'm on that goddamn horse,
Yeah.
I am like cussing from point A to point B. Because as long as you're going in a straight line, it's fine. But the second you have to turn just the slightest, it's nope, oh, full stop.
Oh.
And I'm like, going, so like something like debris or a clipping issue or something, full stop.
Hmm.
And I'm like, come on. And then what was the other one? Oh, the water. Oh god, water swimming in that game.
Mhm.
It's so bad. I mean, like at least you can go in the water, because this is the game when this game came out. This was back when the era of like,
Yeah,
if you
Assassin's
landed
Creed
in
was
the
out,
water,
and
yeah,
you were
no, you were a superhero.
dying.
You can't swim.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it's
I didn't
just,
know Batman's a secret.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
can't swim.
Yeah, exactly. But like it's so slow. Like hopefully the video again, this other video, I think it would be like episode 3,
Mhm.
is out, and I know I will cut it, because there's this jump where I have to go from like jump this gap and grab this ledge, and if I don't, I fall into like this lake, and to just try again
Mhm.
is like a 3-minute swim. And I think
Great.
I think I failed like twice.
Oh, so it
It's
was just you
it's
had to do
it's
it
like
over again.
literally like 10 minutes of me falling, swimming, running back up, falling, swimming, and running back up. And I just am like, oh,
Yeah.
couldn't you have fixed this?
Yeah.
But
That's how it was. That's how the game was.
I know. I'm glad like they stay true to it. But man, the horse and the swimming. No, there's one of the colossi that's in water.
Yeah.
Like I have to, like you have to swim, and I'm like, that whole thing. It's probably the longest colossi fight. Like I'm gonna have to cut out a lot of it, because it's the hands down the longest colossi fight that I've had to do, because there's so much. Oh, it's over there. All right.
Like just trying to get over.
Yeah, and then I'm almost there, and it starts going this way, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness. Yeah. So hopefully I get that started going on the channel soon. But I'm really enjoying it overall. Like my experience with it is 100% positive,
Okay.
minus those 2 gripes. But you'll hear it.
Well, again, not to cut you off
Yeah.
too short, but we got just a little bit of time left, so gonna plow right through a couple more things here. Yeah, I've been playing stream-wise, GTA. Obviously, that's a staple that we did here,
Mhm.
and then in PUBG, and
How do you
but-
like that PUBG?
PUBG. I like PUBG.
You
on
play it on the
Xbox.
computer?
I did play it on the computer, but I have not in a long time. Like I bought it at PAX, and just so I can.
I think that would be as I'm sure the PC version is much better. I think I would rather play it on the Xbox, just because you're not gonna have the cheater problem.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
Like,
I just
to be
I just
to be
can't.
real.
Yeah.
you know?
No. I definitely like it on the Xbox. They are seeking out people to ask about what they want to do with it. Because I got an email like a month ago asking me like how I feel about PUBG and if there was anything I would change, like what would it be? And I said implement the D-pad a lot more. It's
Mm-hmm.
a slow game. Like you're making it slow, and the game is not slow. It's very very fast. Um,
I
I
feel like all the menus in that game on with a gamepad, I
yeah.
think would be
Oh yeah, because you
it
have
looks
to
like a problem.
stand there, pause, look at everything, grab everything, run off. Like
Yeah.
that is you don't have time to look at stuff as much as because it's not as fast to get out of it and to get in it.
Right.
Because like in the PC version, you're able to just go click, boom, brrr, done.
And done. Yeah.
But like with the Xbox version, you have to click over to the like you open up the box when you kill somebody. You have to slide over. You have to go down, or no, their box is here. You have to go click everything that you want, and then go over. If you want to equip stuff, you have to click things and equip them over. It just is. It's a little janky, and they need to help that. And then also switching weapons is a little bit first-person shootery, and like I wrote in one of the things that I would like, I was like implement the D-pad more, and like how Gears of War does it, like that I feel would make PUBG faster and shaves off seconds, and those seconds could be life or death. And
Yeah.
so it'd be cool to like switch guns by your D-pad. They have implemented the D-pad though with other things, so if they do that now, it'd be like completely changing some of the stuff. But I don't know anyone that would like complain about it.
Yeah. You could always you could always go over there and play that Fortnite battle royale with
I
all the
do
12 year
not
olds.
like Fortnite. And a lot of people, I just saw a post on Facebook that actually irritated me.
Yeah.
Somebody said on well, it was somebody on Facebook that was posting a picture of a tweet, which is weird in itself. But the guy, I understand how sincere he was about it, but he mentions that Fortnite brought people together in a play style that has never been done in a long time since like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and that he appreciates Fortnite for bringing a genre like this to the masses kind of thing. And I'm like, first off, screw that guy, because PUBG is the reason why Fortnite even exists right now. And all that Epic did was they just were like, this game sucks, it's not selling, throw this in there, it's free, everyone downloads it. The only reason why that game is successful, as I believe honestly, is it's free.
Well, yeah, that's like how well, it's like I call it the Angry Birds effect, where you make the game free.
And then everyone gets it, and then everyone knows about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have the mechanics of Fortnite, whatever. I am not a fan of I have to build crap to like
Right.
experience the game, because it's speed at that point. You know, you can. I've seen people build like these tower things in like 5 seconds of like they have this big giant tower, and then like people will like climb up and like just sit in on like 40 feet in the air, and I don't know. It just, to me, that is more, and it's faster. I get that. Like I get how it's a lot faster
I
than
feel like
PUBG.
yeah, I feel like I think it's more console friendly.
Yeah, and well,
But
the game itself is very like revolved around speed. Like the game, I think only lasts like 15-20 minutes. A PUBG match could last a half an hour to like 45 to an hour. And but it to me, it doesn't seem as, I mean, PUBG is whatever, but it doesn't seem as realistic as how PUBG is. But the thing is I prefer PUBG way over Fortnite, and some people will fight on it. And it is the thing of like,
it,
are you Marvel or DC?
yeah,
I
no,
am
it's like
definitely PUBG on this whole thing through and through. I like the art style of Fortnite.
mm-hmm.
That's where it ends. I don't like the gameplay style. I don't like the fact that they're the reason why like they're stealing these kind of things of, not stealing the idea, but
Right.
stealing more of the notoriety of them creating this genre, when Player Unknown was the reason why this genre exists, and not PUBG. He did it in H1Z1 and then made it into his own game.
Mm-hmm.
That's the person that you should be thanking, not the guys at Epic.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I have nothing against Epic Games, because they again made Gears of War,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like these are not, they pulled literally a last minute parachute at this out of a game that was not gonna sell.
Yeah.
No one was gonna buy this game,
Yeah.
and then they put this free thing in, and then boom.
Do you
here
know
it
how
goes.
long they were? Do you know how long Fortnite was in development for?
Yeah, they announced
Like
it at like 2013 or something like that.
like 2011.
Oh yeah, oh
It's been
really that far
it's been
back.
like 6 years.
And
Yeah.
I've even heard people, when I watched it, that announcement at E3, it was when Minecraft was around.
Yeah.
They announced that it was going to be a Minecraft type of game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Fortnite was going to be. So when you're sitting there and you're telling me like they had this plan this whole time, they never had this plan until the PUBG was getting around
Mm-hmm.
on Twitch, and then they were like, "Well, we could throw it in, might as well, right?"
Mm-hmm.
But
I think I don't know. I'm you'll be surprised how many moms I have coming to work and they're all like, I'm looking for Fortnite
yeah, I think
for my
Fortnite is
child,
very much has stolen the Minecraft era. Like they're the new era, and
The
what it
demographic,
pisses
you
me
mean? Yeah.
off is they are the, what would they be? I'm trying to think of like they're the company that didn't make the idea, but they capitalized on it, and they're smart on it because as a business,
working.
like that makes total sense of what they did, but it just sucks that people are looking at it as the pinnacle of it's bringing people together again, and I'm like,
Well,
no,
yeah.
fuck you. Like that is not the game that brought people together. Like it just irritates me how, like, I don't know. I guess what happened was that Fortnite is taking the people that don't care about games again, that don't care about games at all, and they just play it as a hobby. Like
Right.
they don't care about it, and now this is the game that they're playing. Because I remember, like at work, there are people that don't play anything other than Fortnite, and I'm like,
It's like
you
the
realize there's like you have a PlayStation 4, you have like all of the exclusives
Mm-hmm.
right now,
It's
and
like,
you're not playing any of
it's
them.
like the people that just play Call of Duty every year.
I think it's those fans too.
I call them the frat bro gamers.
The
or whatever.
frat program.
Yeah.
That's very
'Cause
much
it's
the
like-
the Fortnite
Because it's
people.
like, when people say, like, what are the games that, that even like, when somebody says, oh yeah, I play video games, and they're like, the frat kid or like the jock, and it's like, okay, well, what games are you playing? Like, oh, I'm playing Madden, or I'm playing, Call of Duty.
I dabble in video games. Is
Yeah, it's
what
like,
you
I was
mainly
like,
should
okay,
have
so
said
it's
to
like,
me.
okay, well, what else do you play? I was like, oh no, that's it. Oh, so you just play Call of Duty and Madden every year?
Yeah,
I'm like,
you
okay.
get every November you're
No,
out at the
yeah.
store buying the same games every year.
Yeah,
There are other games
Yeah,
that
not
are
that there's anything wrong with that.
no,
but it's just
but
like
there are other
it's
games.
like come on, man. It's like
Yeah, and again, like if you
dip,
look at
dip your toe in another pond.
yeah, I mean if you look at Twitch, Fortnite is I think like next to League of Legends.
I
And
know,
it's
yeah.
it's definitely above PUBG.
How do you think about the whole mobile crossover?
I think this is Epic
I think
doing.
it's funny.
Epic has
I think
turned
it's
a
funny.
heel, like, and it irritates me because I'm like,
Dude,
what have you guys? You guys created
they should.
the genre of horde, and you were gonna do that. Like that was what Fortnite was.
Well,
Fortnite was a horde
No,
game.
that is what the base game is.
Yes,
If you
that is
buy,
exactly
if
what
you
the game
buy
is.
the base game, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's hordes and zombies and things like
and
that.
more. There's a lot to
Yeah.
it, but yeah, it's like a tower defense mode, but like to the absurd and ridiculous. But it's like a $60 game, and everybody's just getting the free play version.
Here's my thing though. You cannot step up and talk about how Fortnite's so great when you didn't buy the game. If you own the free version,
Yeah.
don't talk to me. You have no way to stand on it.
Well,
I supported PUBG twice
Mhm.
because I have faith in them. Everyone that just downloaded the free version of Fortnite is just going, it's popular, might as well play it.
The thing is, though, is that the free version is selling them copies because, like I said, I have moms that come in that have no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, my kid plays Fortnite, and apparently there's something you can buy for it. So, like, I've sold a ton of copies of Fortnite just because,
Oh my god.
just because the moms don't know that
Yeah, that they want
that they're
the other
separate,
yeah.
and that their kid is just playing
The free version.
the free version
Yeah.
of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
So the moms are spending like $60.
It's a
on the,
$60 game?
I think so,
No
yeah.
way.
Uh-huh. I believe
Okay,
it's a
I gotta
$60
look that
game.
up.
I believe it is. It's like a $50 or $60 game. And the funny thing is like I'm pretty sure the moms are spending $60 when their kids just gonna probably keep playing the free version.
Yeah. Well, nowadays kids don't play the story mode.
Mm.
I've told I've told Jameson to play the Call of Duty World War II campaign like 9 or 10 times, and he's like, well, I'll never play it.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, there's a whole game.
Mm-hmm.
You've played only 20% of this game. Like, the online thing is something that they obviously they focus on, but people took time to write that story to, live action put people in that game, and you're gonna not play it.
Yeah.
You're wrong with games right now. You're the reason why games are going in the toilet and loot boxes exist.
Why loot boxes and everything now is games as a service.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Fortnite's like a $60 game.
Hold on. There's a Fortnite drink,
Of course there is.
but it has nothing to do with the game. It's just that. There it is. Oh, it's not on the Target app, and I don't care to look it up anywhere else. You can look it up on Amazon. I'm just saying, I know there are people already like super pissed that I even just threw Fortnite under the bus. No pun intended. Yeah, party bus. But respect the company, the group that made that genre. Like that. Like, sure, they maybe not came up with the idea, but it's like, there's a reason why people are copying this, and PUBG's the reason why they copied it.
I'll put it. Yeah. Ow! What are you doing?
He bit you?
Yeah. He knocked the cable off, so I put it back in the video. That's okay. It's like this. So when you think of the battle royale genre, you think of.
I think of PUBG.
Okay, because we'll think of it like this. Like when you think of kart racers, what do you think of?
Well,
Mario
kart ratio.
Kart.
I think Mario
You were
Kart,
gonna,
yeah.
see, but
I like Diddy Kong.
But Diddy Kong Racing, in our opinion, I think
Yeah.
we both agree, is far superior.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
everybody thinks Mario.
Yeah,
You know, it's that sort of same thing. The base game has only a 3.5 out of 5 score.
Yeah, because it's trash. No one played it.
Yeah, Best Buy right there, $59.99.
Jeezums. Like the standard edition is. Come on.
So
man.
but here's the thing though. Here's what the thing I don't like about Fortnite is Epic is shutting down games, shutting down studios. They shut down Paragon and moved all the developers working on it to Fortnite. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. They close. Yeah.
Even though Paragon was a giant flop, but
Yeah.
the thing is though it was new, and I like when companies take a risk, and they're like, nope, we're gonna do it. We're gonna take a risk.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. We're gonna attempt to make some sort of thing happen, and it didn't work. But
I think
whatever.
I think they also canceled another game and put them on Fortnite as well. But it was one that wasn't released.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they shut down Paragon and put that whole development team now on Fortnite, and I have coworkers that love Paragon. Actually,
Yeah, it was a
oddly enough.
PS4. You can still play it.
The servers are down.
Really? It's downloadable, like as of a week ago.
As far as I know, either the servers are still up and it's not going to get any more updates. But as far as from what I've heard, like it's not a thing anymore.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just I don't want to say I hate Fortnite because I do like what they've added to it.
Well, it's also,
but like I don't like the fact that people are saying it's the holy grail of video games right now, because it's not. It's not the best game ever. It is a game that capitalized on a trend and it succeeded at it.
Yeah.
And the only reason, think of it this way. If Fortnite was $30 like PUBG, would you have bought Fortnite or would you have bought PUBG? If they were the same price.
I probably would have bought PUBG.
It's just because in my mind, if they would have came out, if they would have said, here's a new thing, it's like and like they would have said $30, you can buy, we're lowering the price of Fortnite to $30. You'll get this battle royale version and with this story campaign thing that they have in it. If that was the case, guaranteed people wouldn't have bought that game.
Yeah.
They would have just went like, oh, there's a battle royale thing, but Fortnite's or PUBG's coming to Xbox, so I'm just gonna buy that. And like, I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense to. And sure, the reason why a lot of people will also give it crap is that they'll say, well, PUBG's not complete. It's like, Well, the only reason why this game was complete because it was a different game.
Mhm.
Like that's the reason why it was complete.
It's
They
just
just
an
they just
asset
added a
flip.
big
It's an
map to
asset
it.
flip.
Yeah, it's just dumb.
Yeah, I think one of the big things, one of the things that this particular situation reminds me of is when people, I've heard a few people tell me, did you know Angry Birds is more popular than Mario? Angry Birds has sold more games than Mario, and I'm like, well, first of all, Mario was never released for free,
Hmm.
nor have you ever been able to buy a Mario game for like under $5 new.
Yeah,
And it's
and
just
it's
like,
always a console exclusive.
yeah,
And everyone has a
yeah,
phone.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that arguments like that just drive me nuts, and I'm like, but that's like, you can't compare like a $60 game with something that's free or
Yeah.
something that has a price tag versus something that was initially, because if I remember right, Angry Birds like initially launched for free and then it became
No, it was 99
monetized.
cents,
Oh,
and then it became free. But
okay,
yes, I get what you're
okay.
saying.
And it's just like like you can't would you have paid $60 for Angry
No,
Bird?
not if I've ever paid $60 for Angry Birds.
Okay.
I was mad enough that I was buying it for $1.
Like that, but that's the thing. It's such like you can't. I don't think it's quite fair to compare games when they've got one has such a when the price tag is just so different, especially like in the case of Angry Birds and Mario. It's like Mario, sure, because they're like, oh, Mario's been around for 3 decades, but Angry Birds, there's more copies of Angry Birds in the game. It's like, well, of course there are. A higher install base because it's phone, tablet, anything can play it, and two, it's like free and or $1.
Yeah.
It's like, sure, of course every parent's gonna buy that for their kid to keep them distracted in the car.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna go buy a Switch to give them Mario Odyssey to play in the car. I mean,
I
you know
will
what I mean?
I will say this too about the PUBG Fortnite thing. PUBG is only Xbox and PC, and Fortnite's on everything except for Switch. Um,
Coming
and
soon.
yeah, I don't know, maybe
Right.
don't hold them. I mean, I'm not saying they won't do it. Which is weird that they're doing a phone version before they're doing a Switch version. So what the hell?
I
But
don't know. Testing the waters, I guess.
of what? Like they've already done it.
Handheld market, I guess.
I would have just threw it on the Switch.
Yeah.
But
You
anyway,
think they would?
I don't
I'm
know.
sure Nintendo wouldn't mind.
No, no, it would have definitely boosted up their multiplayer stuff. But yeah, and the thing is with PUBG, the reason why it's not on PlayStation is PlayStation doesn't do like half created games. They don't do game preview stuff, and so that's where Microsoft is able to capitalize on it. And then there's rumor that Microsoft just might flat out buy Bluehole and the guys that make PUBG, or the player on was it PUBG Company is now their company name. They just flat out called themselves after the game.
I thought.
There's rumor of that, but
Well, I thought.
it wouldn't put it past them.
I thought though that Bluehole was owned by the company. Is it Tencent?
But Bluehole is just the people that are porting it. And I think. Oh no! They're doing it both. They're doing both things.
Bluehole's
But the thing is
because
the other.
Tencent I think is also the parent company that owns like League of Legends.
I don't know.
And cause there's like this big company like in Asia, in China, that owns like League of Legends or owns Riot Games, and I think they also
It's like
own
a Take-Two situation.
kind of, yeah.
Where Take-Two
and-
owns 2K and Rockstar.
right,
something.
and I just how like Activision is and Blizzard. And,
Yeah.
but I believe Bluehole is owned by a parent company, and I'm pretty sure it's the same company that owns Riot Games that does League of
Well,
Legends.
I mean, either way, the rumor is that Microsoft might buy the PUBG company, which
Right.
is PlayerUnknown's whole entire company.
Right.
But there is, like, when the whole thing happened, it was just for the game preview situation. So
Mhm.
if they buy it, I think Microsoft might just keep going with it. They might just go, yeah, once the game comes out, it's coming to everywhere because they own Minecraft and it's on
Minecraft.
everything, literally everything. And so that's the thing of I think if Microsoft does buy PUBG company, that it wouldn't affect it at all. If not, it would boost up the morale. Because every time I've never heard a Microsoft company, though, if I dig deep enough, I might be able to find something. But I've never heard someone that was partnered with Microsoft in the last like 5 years 5-10 years
Get EA'd.
that was like, nope, we had a horrible time. Like everyone at
Yeah.
Cuphead has said, nope, we had an amazing time. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have even had the stretch or runway that we would have continued making the game.
I wonder where BioWare would be without Microsoft.
That's another thing. Is like Mass Effect exists because of Microsoft.
And before.
Oh yeah,
'Cause they-
what didn't
Ni-
they do? Oh, Knights of
Knights of the
KOTOR. Yeah. So that's another thing.
And stuff before that, but I know Knights of the Old Republic was their big Xbox OG Xbox.
Yeah, Xbox. That was that was a long time ago.
So
Which is probably the reason why Mass Effect was an exclusive. But like,
Yeah,
it's
no,
the
yeah, it
thing
is,
is
yeah.
like,
then
you know,
EA bought them after Mass Effect 1.
rest in peace. And then we got Andromeda. So
Dude,
there you go.
Anthem is not looking good.
Oh man.
They've lost 2 leads. So one guy who came back, right?
Can
so,
we wrap? We do have a little bit of time,
I-
but
I'm-
yes,
I'm-
quick story.
Quick story. So, the guy. So there's a writer, okay, like a lead writer who was part of BioWare up until the end of Mass Effect 2. Then he jumped ship. Okay. He then came back
From okay, after Mass Effect 2 he left.
After Mass Effect 2, he left.
Okay.
He later came back, and he's been working with Anthem. And I think like just I know it's gonna be old news for now. It's gonna be like a month old.
Yeah.
But as of recording today, like last week, he jumped ship again.
Oh boy.
And he's like the second big name person out of BioWare to jump ship in like the past month. And I was super hyped when they announced Anthem, since Star Wars and all this other stuff. And now
I will tell you, I have been playing Star Wars. Not a bad game. It
I'm
did
sure
get
the
a bad
gameplay-
rep.
I
It did
think-
get a bad
I
rep.
think the gameplay is just fine because I trust DICE, but I
the story
can't
should have
say
been longer, so I'm
say
sorry.
anything because I haven't played it.
Mhm.
I just know what I've seen and read on news gaming.
Yeah.
Stuff. But
I think we gave it I think Ashton gave it like a 7 something. So.
But back to Anthem, he's like the second big like lead person on the project to leave, and now I was so hyped and pumped when that game was announced because I think it was the E3 after Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yeah,
it was.
It was like
Yeah,
last
and so
year.
like
when
it was this
Andromeda-
last
or
it-
when this game got announced.
Mass Effect
Anthem.
released,
Anthem got announced last year.
yeah,
so.
Mass Effect I think released
2016.
no
I
17.
thought it was wintertime.
No, it released like this month, last year. It's been out for I think like a full year now.
Oh, okay.
It was released right like a couple months before E3.
Okay.
But yeah, that left a bad taste in my mouth, and then I saw the BioWare Anthem trailer, and I was like, okay, all right, this is looking. I'm on board with this. And then just since
Now
my level of like excitedness for this game has just been to where like it's not probably going to be a day one purchase for me now.
Yeah.
Personally, with Anthem.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I don't know what will happen with Anthem. I think it definitely has potential, but it's like, who knows? Who knows what will happen?
Yeah, because it worries me because like
Don't go all in like that.
Yeah, no,
Just don't do that.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing. I learned my lesson.
All right, you got close us out in 1 minute for that.
All right.
topic.
Yeah. So, like this guy, like was the lead writer for like all of the really good BioWare games. Knights of the Old Republic, Jade Empire, Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2. Like the guy knows what he's doing, and he's now gone again. And it's just like,
Yeah.
you know,
Who knows what will happen?
Yeah, I'm very skeptical with it now personally. But yeah, I'll leave that there.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to leave in the comment section below how much we were wrong about Fortnite. Again, I'm not saying the game is bad. I'm
It's just
saying
not your cup of tea.
it's getting the notoriety that it didn't technically deserve and is using a. What's funny though is that PUBG is running on Unreal Engine.
I know, yeah.
So they
tried
can't.
to
They
sue
can't.
for that,
Yeah, then Epic was like, well, then don't use our engine.
Yeah.
And then they were like, all right, we're done.
Yeah.
that was about that argument.
Mhm.
But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for watching. If you watched every single part throughout the month, or you've watched the full video in itself, ladies and gentlemen, I want to let you guys know there is an audio version of this as well over on iTunes. If you want to go and subscribe to us there, it is called the Primal Target Podcast Hub, because there will be more podcasts to come soon. And we only have one source, so because it just takes the RSS feed, and if we had all of our podcasts, it would just fill up into that one area. So anyway, Primal Target Podcast Hub. If you have iTunes, you just search that, you'll get it there. Links are in the description below for the Android versions, because obviously iTunes isn't there. You can go and subscribe to us on Podbean if you prefer that. Also, more social media links are down below as well. Yeah, this was a little bit of, it's not long. It's not long. Yeah, I don't know how long the last one was. But if you guys have any topics, remember, if you have video game topics, you guys can comment in this comment section below what you guys want us to talk about. And eventually, yeah, that third topic won't be just a joint creation. It will be your topic that you want us to talk about
today.
Exactly.
Which
yeah,
I think
it's not bad.
Pretty good, so.
But tune in next week, because I guess at this point, no, it'd be the third episode, so whatever. Anyway, tune in with us then after this part, because who knows who will be here. Will it be us two? Will it be a secret guest? Who knows? We don't know yet. But yeah, that's gonna be it. That was Bitcade.
We'll open a big loot box and see who it is.
Yeah, exactly. We'll open the loot box and we might
see what we got.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Here's videos at the end. End card, everything. No, not. I mean, do you want me to put a video over your face? Like, I don't know. Here's the end card.